Hello and welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is going to be a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So we're going to continue on with the theme for the week. General energies are going to be illustrated by the Moonology Oracle cards, and we will have current energies by the Orisha Tarot, and advice will be given from Tarot of the Golden Wheel. So I have meditated and shuffled the cards, but as always we will do 3 shuffles and a cut for each deck, and let's just see what's what. Yeah, let's just see what's what. So whenever we're going through our walk, you know, there's a fine line between taking accountability and forever moving forward, right? Like, you're never too late. Sometimes it feels like it's too late, but you're not too late. Because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, that's not just a tagline. Like, if we really think about it, Spirit is not. Spirit defines the time. Spirit defines the space. This construct that we have put ourselves in is just something that we made up. But Spirit can override that anytime, and sometimes Spirit does. Now, that does not absolve us from doing our work. That does not release us from moving when Spirit says move, taking heed to the messages. And it certainly doesn't release us from being forever vigilant in looking for the messages that Spirit has. Because Spirit has usurped time and space to get those messages to us. So, with that, Spirit, what messages do you have for us today? What messages do we have in our spiritual voicemail? Please and thank you. 3 shuffles and a cut. 1. 2. 3. And a cut. Well then, what do you need to release? Collective, myself included. Collective. We get this card a lot on this channel. What do you need to release with the waning moon? And currently we are in the waning moon phase. Have you taken time out to go and stargaze? I have not. I need to go and do that. Oh yeah, page 100. I should know this by now. So we've read the description, but we will do this. We will read it again. All right. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you are asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can also still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It is safe to let go and move on. Accountability, people. Accountability, collective. So, Spirit, what do we need to be accountable for? What, Spirit, are we needing to be accountable for? Five of Swords. Pettiness, haughtiness, winning at all costs. Pettiness, haughtiness, winning at all costs. Some sharp words were spoken, some sharp thoughts were spoken. Are we letting our emotions lead and putting people in jars? How's that working out for you? There was something said that caused a chasm. Hearing chasm. Advice for this is the Chariot. Allowing for divine guidance. Usually with the Chariot, the human does not have control over the situation. So if you said something or did something in the heat of the moment, and you are not in a position to be able to apologize in person, there are other ways that you can show accountability for your role in the situation. Next up is the Four of Swords. That's usually a card of mental rest, but what I'm hearing is disassociation. That's interesting. Yeah, disassociation. That's, wow. One moment. Okay, disassociation. So not only did, ghosting. Turning around, walking away, cutting off all communication, or just being unwilling to communicate after this conflict. Okay, an advice for this is the Ace of Wands. You got to follow your gut on this one. Yeah, you got to follow your gut on this one. How are you going to feel best about, what can you do to feel best about this? Wow, this is okay. Up next is the Two of Cups. This argument was with, or this rift was with someone that you were close to, or with someone that you held in high regard. There was a very big lesson that was learned here. Huge lesson that was learned here. About openness. If you can see, you've got this lightning bolt here reaching into the rattle, and how that is radiating, like the sound is showing like rays from it as a result of the rattle. This was definitely a soul connection, and this was a connection that you were very protective, very protective of. This was not, whatever happened here, I will venture to say that you did not want it to happen. Either you didn't want it to happen, or you didn't think that it would happen. Given the nature of this relationship. And advice is the Sun. If this is a relationship that is completely severed, look at it objectively, right? The relationship is not reduced to the last fight. What did you get from this interaction? What did you learn? How have you changed? How did you grow? Those are the lessons that you take with you. Not necessarily the lessons of pain or betrayal, right? They're, and I'm not saying, go back and make amends and blah, blah, blah. Nah, not at all. That's not what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here is that two people had a very close connection, and that connection is no longer. And it could very well be, it looks like it's beyond repair. But even if it's beyond repair, you still lean on the wisdom of spirit to have seen something ahead of time and put it in your heart to put distance between the two of you, even if you were close to this person. There's something about this relationship that needed space between you two. And here we go, the Five of Wands. making that space, creating that space, and then keeping that space took a concentrated effort. And it doesn't look like this was something that you actually wanted to do. This was very difficult. And there was a feeling of being attacked on all sides because of it. Two of Pentacles, clarifying the Five of Wands. Yeah, being attacked on all sides and having to keep your head on a swivel. It's not a healthy headspace to be in for an extended period of time. Always having to keep the balls in the air, or constantly having to move and adjust just to keep things balanced. It's taxing. It's taxing on the brain, it's taxing on the body, it's taxing on the soul. It's taxing. And it can cause wear and tear. Five of Wands. You don't defend yourself on all fronts without taking a couple of licks. Like that, the licks are going to happen. And it's because you have so much going on in this dynamic. Last up is the World card, which, yeah, either this relationship has run its course and there's no coming back, or this phase of this relationship has run its course and there's going to be a new beginning as a result. Just why the Sun is here, giving you an opportunity to look back at the entire interaction objectively and not just this part. And the Ten of Swords. Baby, come on, Spirit. Yeah, this difficult time is over. You've got to pull the swords out of your back, out of your thigh, out of your spleen. Gather them up, smelt them, and make a super sword. Because again, these are the lessons that you learned as a result of all of this. But Spirit is saying that once you release this, you're done with it. Absolutely, positively done with it. And not only will you be done with it, but you'll be wiser for it. Yeah, when the World card comes in, this is like a graduation. Come get your pageantry and your accolades, doggone it. Because you did that. You did that. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.